Guten Tag, bonjour, hola, ni hao. My name is Susan Michon, and I am looking forward to being your child's Exploring Languages and Cultures teacher this first quarter here at Summit Lakes. Although this is only a quarter-long class, we're going to be exploring quite a bit in this class, including the cultures and countries where French, German, Spanish, and Mandarin Chinese are spoken. Really quickly before we look into the meat of the class, a little bit about me. I'm new to Summit Lakes this year. I was previously in Harrisonville at their high school for about 9 years, and this is about my 13th year teaching. I was at some private schools prior to moving to this area and teaching in Harrisonville. I actually grew up in Northeast Ohio. I went to Bethany College, which is a teeny tiny college in northern West Virginia, not too far from where I grew up. And a big part of the reason that I chose Bethany was because I knew I wanted to study French, and they had a study abroad program at the Sorbonne in Paris, which is a pretty well-known, one of the oldest universities in Europe. So that was a cool experience. Later on, I got married to a Frenchman. His name is Romaric, and his job moved us up to Michigan. So I went to grad school at Grand Valley State University in Michigan, and then his job moved us down here to Kansas City about 9 years ago. So like I said, I taught in Harrisonville. These are my students in Harrisonville. In the summer of 2019, I took a group of them on a trip to Switzerland and France. This is us in Monaco, actually, and this is when we were in Switzerland, which was a really fun trip. And then my husband and I have two lovely daughters, Victoria and Isabel, who are also French speakers, and I'm really hoping that they'll explore one or two of the languages that we're looking at in this class as well when they get a little older. So the goals of this class for the Exploring Languages and Cultures class are to obviously look at the languages and cultures of those four languages we're going to be looking at: German, French, Spanish, and Chinese. We want them to have a foundation to decide which class to take after this, which language class they'd like to take. In 7th grade, they have this class. In 8th grade, they'll have the opportunity to begin one of these languages for an entire year for actual language study. That will be on their high school transcript. So this course is to get them ready to make that decision. And then finally, just to help them understand that different people in different parts of the world have different points of view. We need to be able to empathize with those points of view and to understand them. And this is going to be a good way for us to teach them that. The students will be learning basic vocabulary in each of the four languages. So that's going to cover introductions, colors, how to count, etc. We won't be doing the exact same thing in each of the languages, but we will be looking at just a few aspects of the language in each of them. We're going to be talking about culture, different ways of doing things, different holidays that are celebrated, how families or homes look in these different cultures, and then also geography, where are the languages spoken. We're going to be doing a total points grade, so it won't be a certain percentage for tests or quizzes or whatever. It'll just be total points for all assignments. Some assignments will be smaller, some will be bigger. And of course, with us being online, things are going to look a little bit different than they would if we were in a typical classroom. We are going to be meeting via video conference Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. That's going to depend on the student's schedule. So as you know, Summit Lakes put out a schedule that just has the entire day, first hour through 7th, and designated times for those hours. So if you can look at that schedule, the classes that I have for exploratory are 4th hour, 5th hour, and 7th hour. So whichever class your child is in, I will see them at their designated time on those days. We'll also meet on Wednesdays occasionally, but that will not be an every week thing. And then all of our class information, of course, that they don't get through the video conferences will be posted on Schoology. Those will be in the form of different videos and other information. I will have office hours from 7 to 3 every day. So obviously for parts of those times, I will be with my other classes on video conferences, but I am absolutely available to answer emails as quickly as possible during those times. And please don't hesitate to ever ask any questions. That goes for students and parents alike. I'm looking forward to a great quarter with your students. And again, if you have any questions, please email me, and I will look forward to talking with you again soon. Au revoir.